Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. I will note that my voice definitely feels. I'm not sure if my voice feels like it's going to give out, but definitely feels like my throat is a little bit tense. So if I do seem a bit quieter today, that is why. It does look like we're playing against Storm here in match one, which is not great. This Firebrain scheme that we're going to play here as an impulse draw. Strike it rich, not much better. Yeah, not looking good for us here, if I'm being honest. Game one against Ruby Storm is always pretty rough. We'll draw. Another Cyrus 7 Death. We will imprint. And I guess we can rumble or we can speaker. Just thinking what I'd want to even pull with speaker here. Both rumble and speaker allow me to play Micah Spawn Kick next turn, but I'm unsure if that even has any relevance in game one against Storm. So I think I'm going to go with the rumble here. Maybe see if we can fill Yard for Emrakul. Alright, we'll pass 5 in Yard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, we do have the potential for Emrakul, but it would take a couple turns. Looks like a ritual, Manamorphose mini ritual. Definitely feeling like a loss here in game one. Ren's Resolve. We won't throw in the towel just yet. They need another ritual. Question is, do they whiff? Flip Ral. Ral plus. Land return to Manamorphose. I'm surprised they decided to flip Ral, though. That's a little bit peculiar, no? Manamorphose, again a mini ritual. They can't cast the Glimpse here. Reckless Impulse, there is another ritual. They can then play Ral, but then they only have one left, so they're short of the Pith in Yard, unless they have another ritual. I guess they could Ral into Glimpse. That is an option. Try and flip Ral. Artist Talent. Strike it rich. Pitching Scalding Tarn. So next turn we'll have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Draw. Rumble. So we definitely want a Bajuka Bog opponent out for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no way for us to double cast here. So yeah, we're just going to kick the Myco and Bajuka Bog out opponents. So Myco kick, hit you, Bajuka Bog, you. So Piff and Yard are out. They still have the Ral primed in Exile, I believe, as well as Glimpse. Yes, Ral and Glimpse. But they're one turn shy of Ral. And there's Ral. They can use Ral as a blocker, I suppose. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can definitely speaker an angle towards an Emrakul. They choose not to flip Ral, obviously. There's Medallion, Impulse, Ral. They could Impulse draw here. Ritual. Down to 16. Impulse Draw. Grape Shots and Yard, that's notable. Manamorphose is a mini writ. And there's the Manamorphose. Notably, they're not pitching to Artist Talent. There's another Impulse Draw. And still not pitching to the Artist Talent, so they must have drawn into the Impulse Draw off of the Manamorphose. With, hit nothing but lands. Last Impulse Draw from hand. Does Rao flip? Does not. Does find a Ritual. They can Ritual for another attempt at Rao. Looks like they are going for it. They do flip heads. Rao does flip. So now they can -8 Rao. They need a Piff here in the 8. They whiff on the Piff, but do find Manamorphose Impulse. Yep, going Manamorphose first, so that way they have a card to pitch to Artist Talent. Impulse Draw. They do also have a Valakut Awakening to draw 1 or 2. Ritual Glimpse. So you can Ritual then Glimpse, again trying to find Piff. Valakut Awakening. I feel like they could have waited on Valakut. Draws 2. Actually draws a card. So they kept the card in hand where it is. Interesting. Ritual. So was that last card in hand they didn't pitch to Valakut? And there's the Piff. Okay. At this point, I will concede. Unfortunate, but not surprising. Let's bring in Trinisphere, Jailer, Dismember, and Flute. Cutting the K return 6, Ice Till, Ghost Quarter, Gemstone. And I want to say that's probably it. Let's run it back. I imagine opponent will bring in Wear Tear and maybe some additional hate removal. Still debate back and forth on Cage Bobble, but I just don't think it's good enough. Like, Cage stops Piff, Bobble stops Route Alt, but oftentimes they can... I don't think that really stops them in the grand scheme. It just kind of delays the inevitable. Whereas I think Trinisphere, Jailer, and Flute are definitely the better options overall. Number of lands looks good. Yeah, I think this is the correct sideboard plan based on what we have available to us. I was thinking hard here on sideboard. I'm not exactly sure what they could be contemplating on. Unless maybe Ruby Storm has new tech I'm not thinking of, but we'll take a look. Alright, on the play for game 2. There's Jailer. We'll keep. Jailer's a good find. I'll just dig 4 of Devour. There's Rumble. I do want Rumble. We could either grab that or Temple. The benefit of Temple, of course, is that way we are guaranteed to play Speaker. Honestly, given that Rumble... Yeah, I'm thinking we go Temple here after all. Let's go Temple. Forest, pass. And pass. This way we can play Temple the Jailer into Speaker, so their impulse draws are offline. Ritual to Yard. 7 cards in hand, we draw. Temple, Jailer, pass, and pass. So the question is, what do we want Speaker to pull? Opponent goes the Cleanup. I'm not sure if they accidentally passed their turn or what, but I'll take it. 50 Yard. Sprawl. So we're going to go Wooded Foothill, fetch. For a forest. Sprawl. For green. Speaker. Speaker pitch Devour. Grabs Myco Spawn. And pass. Next turn we can kick Myco, hit their district. Opponent misses their land drop. We'll draw. Commercial district. We'll tap, untap, kick Myco. Myco kick the commercial district. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go Bojuka, get rid of that Piff now. Bojuka, target you. Goodbye, Piff. Commercial District, Surveil. Ugin, top, and pass. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wooded Foothill. You should not fetch now. So in that case, I don't want a Breaker. I'd rather Ugin and present a Clock. So we are going to tap, untap. Ugin. Ugin, no target. Sealed all. Ugin plus and draw. Emrakul. Let's go to combat. Swing for 3. Opponent will fetch, meaning next turn we can Breaker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. We do have Emrakul next turn. Elegant Parlor, Surveil. Another Piff to Yard. We'll pass. Again, going to discard, missing their land drop once again. We'll draw. Ugin plus draw. Trinisphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just going to go Breaker. Oh, actually, you know what? No. We're going to play Talisman. Ugin trigger. Yield all. Followed by Trinisphere. Ugin trigger. Yield all. Go to combat. Swing for 5. They can't play anything. Next turn we'll just break another land. Solid win. We'll bring Gemstone back in. Rumble. Run it back. Can't play Magic if you don't got lands. Flute K command we'll keep. If we draw into a 7-mana value spell, I might name Ruby Medallion with Flute on 1. We'll keep. We'll pass. Arid Mesa. Draw. Talisman. We'll play Temple, pass. Arid Mesa, fetch, Surveil. They play Medallion here onto its trouble. We'll hold. Represent that we could have something. Mountain. Row. We can get rid of Row. We'll draw. Temple. So I'm thinking K command ramp exile. This way we can hold up flute. Row down. Hold flute. Sunbait Canyon. Triple red, Blood Moon. Valakut Awakening. Resolves. How many did they draw there? 5? Draws 3 cards. Okay. We'll pass. We'll draw. It's Talisman. Quite unfortunate draws, honestly. Talisman. Talisman. Hold flute. If I could draw into something here, that would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Medallion, 11, 12, 13. We actually have Emrakul Prime next turn. Medallion will resolve. Manamorphose. Mini-Rit. Ritual. Piff is online. There's Ral. Ritual. Fails to flip. Land return. Wonder if they were trying to cast that and accidentally played it. Very possible. There's Wish. Ral trigger. Fails to flip. So Past in Flames is 4, -2. I'm going to cast Flute. Name Past in Flames. And pass. Of course, if they flip Ral now through other means, that would be unfortunate, but I think I have to name Piff here. Piff now cost 5 for all intent and purpose. I really do need a good top deck here, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short Emrakul. There's Empty the Warrens. Not great for me, but still tenable. If we top deck something like Cyrus 7 Death, then this is fine. Otherwise, we are in a bit of a pickle, especially if they do flip Ral. Do you flip Ral? They fail to flip. That should be the end of their turn, but we need a good top deck here. End step and draw. Jesus. We're still not dead. We still have a turn. So in that case, I'll play the lab. No imprint and pass. Holding flute. Draws a card of Sunbait Canyon. Says 17 damage, Ren's Resolve. Ral trigger. Fails to flip. Ren's Resolve. There's Wish. Wish doesn't do too much here, though. Though I don't think they've played a land for turn, have you? No. So I guess you could Wish. And then have 1 mana? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Though I don't think Emerald Cool gets me out of this jam, if I'm being honest. Go to blocks. Block Ral. And then I think I'm just going to flute the Wish. I'll pass and fold. Take 16, go down to 4. Unfortunately, now I don't even think Sire necessarily saves me. I think I need a K command. I think I need a K command at this point, and even then I'm not entirely confident. Because K return's definitely out. I don't think Emrakul's going to do enough here either. 1 mana. Grape Shot puts me down to 1. Oh no, that might actually kill me. Yeah, it does kill me. No, it doesn't. Down to 1. Ral. Ral fails to flip. Down to 1. Draw. There's the K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can go 8 deep. That is not enough to block all of their goblin tokens, though. I don't think I have an answer left in deck is the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So we can go 8 deep. Emrakul's offline, leaving us with... No, Emrakul's offline. We don't have enough for Emrakul. Because Emrakul would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'd be 3 short Emrakul. So that is not an option. Sire does not get us there. Sire blocks 1, pushes up to 8. We go down to -8, so that's not an option. We don't have K return, so that is not an option. Ugin doesn't do us any good either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. So Ugin's not an option either. Devour doesn't work. Yep, unfortunately, I think they got it. We'll concede. Yeah, we just found all of our lands and some hate pieces, but nothing to follow up, unfortunately. It is what it is. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Hand's pretty good here. We can line up a K command X2 on 2, a K return on 2 as well. Opponent will get down to 5. What say you, opponent? They keep 5. We'll pass in full. Temple. Draw. Misty Fetch. So it's either E-Ramp or it is Eldrazi Tron. So I don't think it matters in... Well, actually, no. It could be Broodscale still. So we'll grab the Forest to play around Boseiju still. We're going to go red. instead of double green. And pass, and pass. Which Tron, hopefully I don't TKS onto. It is Tron. No, TKS on 2 looking like Talisman, so it's green Tron. Could have Myco spawn. We'll draw. Formidable Speaker. I will cast Speaker. Speaker pitch. I'm thinking the K return. And I'm going to grab Myco spawn and pass. And pass. If they have a kicked Myco spawn on 3, that would be unfortunate. Otherwise, we are in a good position. No kicked Myco. But there's Karn. Karn's fine, as we can attack it with the Speaker. I guess you could grab Bridge for next turn, but even that I don't think is worthwhile here. Liquid Metal, sure. We'll draw. Sprawl. I will play Temple. And I will kick Myco spawn. Myco kick. We're going to hit Temple, then I think we're going to Ghost Quarter, yeah? Let's hit the Temple. Grab Ghost Quarter. Hit the Mine. And then attack Karn. Temple. Down. Ghost Quarter. Go to combat. Attack Karn. Down to 1. Go Ghost Quarter. Target the Mine. And we'll pass. So we'll be able to Karn Liquid Metal Coating on a turn, but then we're going to be able to regroup off the K command. We'll pass. What say you, opponent? 3 mana and a dream. Yeah, because I feel like the Liquid Metal Coating alone just isn't going to do enough. We do need to play around the possibility of a Dismember, so we're likely going to have to attack in with both Myco and Speaker. Liquid Metal my Forest, that's fine. 2 in hand, paying cost 4, map. Okay, they're tapped out, don't need to worry about that anymore. Breaker. Okay. So we are going to start with combat. Attack the Karn. Karn down. Lab. Imprint Breaker. And hold. Crack map. Yep, that's fine. Grabbing a mine. End step. Tap, untap. And opponent's good it up, we'll take the win. Alright, go to sideboard, we bring in Flute, we bring in Heat, we cut the K return, 6, Bajuka Bog, and a Rumble, and run it back. Normally be on the draw in this matchup's pretty detrimental, but thankfully I didn't have much in the way of follow-up to the Karn. Though more accurately, the Speaker on 2 is what really saved us there. Speaker, good card. Hand is workable. We'll kill. We need a land off this Devour, but it's workable. We'll keep. reveal, and pass. I need a soul land. Soul land would be good. Mine. Devour trigger. Sanctum. Not a soul land. We'll still grab the Sanctum, I think. Yeah? Yeah. Vertcat and pass. Power plant. You know, they have natural Tron. That's problematic here. Without quick acceleration. Surveil. Heat yard. Draw and draw forest. We'll play the forest and rumble. Gemstone. We're just whiffing hard here. We'll go Gemstone or Sprawl. I will go Sprawl. Well, no, we'll go Gemstone. Go Gemstone. Adds more types to yard for Unholy Heat. Granted that it does not get nuked by Karn or TKS. Dismember. Rude. We'll pass. 7. Ugin. Well, we can heat Ugin, keep it off 11, but now they have card advantage. We'll draw. Another K command. Rough. I'll play Gemstone and hold the heat. Yeah, just not finding any acceleration there was really unfortunate. Ugin plus. Temple. 3. No. Map. Trigger. Don't know why you would tap the temple there unless you have really nothing else afterwards. If you have a K command, even then it still doesn't make sense. We'll heat the Ugin now. Down to 5. We'll draw. Forest. I will play... Well, that map kind of ruins my other plan here. Cards in yard. Unholy Heat. Rumble. So I want to play the Mycospawn just to apply pressure. The problem is now going for a Ghost Quarter is pretty meaningless. So I'm thinking we still play the Myco. Yield all. Quite unfortunate. I'll grab Ghost Quarter still. No. Let's grab Temple and pass. Crack map. But why tap the tower? Weird. So we can attack Ugin. I'll hold an off chance it's relevant. I mean, you have all the mana. The question is, what do you have to do with it? You didn't K command on my end step. You haven't played Karn or Sire, Devour, what have you. So what the fresh hell do you have in your hand outside of that tower? Is like a handful of fluff? Ugin plus and draw. Tower. Paying cost 4. Karn. Yeah, Karn does make this complicated for sure. Karn minus. You just grab liquid metal coating? Yep, that's fine. We can play around that right now. Ugin. Yield all. You have anything else as a blocker, maybe? Alright. We draw. You want a liquid metal coating? Target's temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can go x equals 4. This will be 5. Is it worth firing off the K command now is the question. I don't think it is. I think we'll let the liquid metal go. And draw. Another temple. We'll play the temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we still wouldn't short on the breaker or devour. I'll hit Karn. Do you have a blocker or a dismember? No. Weird. Unless they have another Karn in hand, I'm questioning why they would do that. So we're going to cast Breaker. Breaker, break the mine. Yield all. Sanctum trigger. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for next turn. Why would they not protect their Karn? The only explanation that I have is that they have another Karn in hand. Sanctum trigger. Do we grab a Sowing Mica Spawn or another Breaker or an Emrakul? I think Emrakul is probably the better play in the grand scheme. Though it is more easy for them to disrupt. Again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll grab the Emrakul regardless, and we'll pass and pass. So yeah, my only explanation is that they have another Karn in hand. Now knowing that I have Emrakul in hand, they also have to be very careful about Ugin, because if they put it to 11 and I cast Emrakul taking control of their turn after, I can really mess them up by exiling their entire deck, more or less. So now they have to be very careful about Emrakul, lest they fall into that trap. So even if they Karn here in liquid metal coating, we have a Cake Mana's follow-up the following turn, which will enable us to then cast the Emrakul. So they do have the second Karn, that explains it. And opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid. Alright, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. I mean, the hand has acceleration, but nothing to accelerate into. What are our hits off top? I mean, Rumble, Cake Man X1 on 2. Kind of about it as far as our turn 2 plays outside of Talisman. Of course, with Talisman, we can go Temple, Stomping Ground, Talisman. Turn 3, that enables Mica Spawn, Speaker. I mean, we can definitely make it work. It has some decent acceleration. Alright, we'll go Stomping Ground, tapped, and pass, and pass. Blood Crypt Shock, Blood Crypt Shock. Goblin Guide, is this burn? Goblin Guide finds, Devour. Interesting. Well, we're going to play Temple, we're going to play Talisman, and pass. And pass. A bit of a slow hand for burn. Barbarian Ring. Swift Spear, Bolt. I was expecting Zoo, not burn. Pain cost. What the hell is this? Modular cost? Bolt Wave. Close enough. Take 4 down to 11. Goblin Guide finds. Commercial District, draw, sprawl. Not looking good, friendos. I'll play the forest. Sprawl. I guess we could play the district. realistically. 4 green, talisman, and pass. Next turn we can devour, but it might be a bit too late. We'll see. Bump of the night down to 8, down to 4. If you have a bolt, you win. There's the bolt. Alright, burn. Lost for game 1. Burn. What do we want against burn? So probably K return out. Barbarian Ring is relevant, so Bajuga Box stays. Gemstone Ghost Quarter out. I don't think burn really plays much in the way of land destruction, though they could play Molten Rain. That wouldn't be outside of the possibility. I think 6 out. We could trim the Ice Still Ghost Quarter, which will allow me to bring in Trinisphere, Unholy Heat. I guess we could keep the Ice Stills then. Either that or keep the K returns. The K returns might be right over the Ice Stills, though the 2/4s are hard for them to deal with, so we'll keep the Ice Stills, I think. Let's run it back like this. On the play for game 2, there's Trinisphere. We need a lab on 2 for Trinisphere on 2. So we're going to go Misty Rain, fetch Surveil. Try and find the lab for Trinisphere. Misty Rain and pass. Arid Mesa. Fetch 19. Surveil. And I will Surveil. Breaker Yard. And pass. And draw. Talisman. In that case, I will Rumble. Grab Lab. And pass. 5 types in Yard. So I have a play here, actually. Arid Mesa fetch. Tis Mountain. Searing Blaze. Well, sack and response, but unfortunately, will still take the damage. And draw. In that case, I'm going to Lab, Imprint, cast, Trinisphere, pass, and pass. So they should only be able to cast 1 spell next turn. Or rather, this turn, if they have a land. Opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid. We'll bring in Gemstone, trim the Rumble, run it back. Trinisphere, good card. We need a green source here off the Devour. 9 hits, 4 deep. We'll play the numbers. Reveal, we'll pass. Otherwise, a lab would do. So lab means we really have 13 hits. Mountain for Rift Bolt. Devour trigger. There is a forest. We'll grab the forest. Play it. Sprawl. I guess we still have double green. Let's go red here since we have the heats in. We'll go red and pass and pass. Rift Bolt down to 17. Mountain for Bolt Wave 14. Scare the Critics. Lava Spike down to 11. We'll draw Ugin. So in that case, we want to accelerate to Ugin. I'm thinking I'm going to go Temple, play the Talisman, Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab the lab and pass and hold. This is Ugin next turn. Surveil. Guide to Yard. Bolt. Target me 8. Scare the Critics 5. Draw. Lab, imprint, cast Ugin, no targets, yield all, plush draw, pass, and opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. What do we want to find off of Devour here? I suppose Rumble, Soul Land. Both would be good. Mountain, Street Race Cycle, Street Wraith Mountain, huh? Faithless Looting, Reanimator, maybe? Street Wraith Echo, no, never mind, Hollow One. He's a Hollow One. Street Race Cycle, and passing, trigger. There's K-Return Rumble, we'll take the Rumble. Reverting Cat Pass. And attacking with the Hollow One, we'll take 4 down to 14. Or 16 rather. End step, they missed their land drop. We'll fetch Surveil down to 15. Commercial District Surveil. Show me a Soul Land, please. That has another Rumble. We'll keep it. We'll draw Sanctum of Ugin and Rumble. There's Temple. We'll grab Temple and pass. Right now we're angling towards the Cyrus 7 death. End step. Paying cost, heat resolves. We'll pass. Still fine, because they were planning on blocking, just means we're going to take the 4, which is less than ideal, but it is okay. Down to 11, they missed their land drop, we'll draw. Forest. We'll play the Temple and pass. So now I have a K command. End step, bolt down to 8. Blood Crypt, shock 14. Go to combat, attack. In response, I will fetch Scry Draw, or rather ramp Scry Draw. Done. And I'm looking for a Soul Land off top, ideally. Find with neither, because I'm hesitant to allow this Hollow One to connect. I'm going to say Breaker bottom, Ice Till bottom, draw, Forest. We'll go to blocks and block the Hollow One. Block, pass. Paying cost for Bowmaster, target. In response, we'll sack. And draw. Malevolent Rumble number 2. We're going to start with Rumble. There's Wooded Foothill, there's Breaker, there's Sprawl. We'll grab Breaker. Forest, Sprawl number 2. I'm going to grab Lab and pass. So now we should be able to play Sire. Raucous Theater Surveil. Nethergoyf to Yard. They can probably play the Nethergoyf from Yard, though they're 1 mana short. Alright. Go to combat. Attacks. You can block both. Paying cost. Bolt. Sack in response. And block. Block, take 1 down to 7. Draw. Emrakul. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, in that case, I suppose 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll talk to Devour regardless. And yeah, we're going to Emrakul. Sanctum trigger, I'm guessing 1 over, but it's fine. I'm going to say no to the Sanctum trigger. We have plenty of hits in hand. Opponent will bolt me down to 4. No. Alright, our turn, Comrade. We'll draw. Nethergoyf. Well, let's first start by going to combat. Attack with Hollow One. We'll block. And then we can draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. I guess I could Faithlessly try and find a fetch or shock, and then that way we can kill them next turn. It's not a bad idea. The other option, of course, is the Nethergoyf. I don't really care about Nethergoyf, so I'm going to go looting. So let's looting. There's the Street Wraith, pitch Bowmaster, pitch Nethergoyf, cycle the Street Wraith, draw a card. It's a Scouting Tarn. I will fetch. And no Surveil, so I'll just fail to find then. So Lethal's now on board, and I don't think they have a way to kill me here. What say you, opponent? 1 card left, 2 Nethergoyfs in yard. And opponent scooped it up. We got the win. Solid. Hollow One. K-Return takes a bit too much effort to get going. We could consider Fade from History. Hits Hollow One, hits FOMO, hits Phoenix. It's relevant-ish. They likely do play some land destruction, so I still yes, but 6 no. Bajukabog yes. Trim on a Rumble. I'm not sure about their mana base though. I'm not sure how greedy it is. We could consider 3-ball, but I'm not entirely sold on that. My first thought here is maybe just bring in Heat and Dismember. Like, Heat definitely. Then maybe Dismember. I'm going to drop the Ghost Quarter. Because, like, 3-ball can definitely delay the Hollow Ones, but on the draw, it feels a bit worse, admittedly. And even then, it's not a guaranteed. Yeah, it's not a guaranteed safe play. So I don't know. It delays Phoenix a bit as well, yeah. But again, it depends on whether or not they have the mana to pay for it in the first place. Of course, like that game, opponent was unsure on lands for quite a while. I'm just not sure 3-ball is worth it here over the removal package or other options. Alright, let's lock in our deck list. Imagine opponent will be on the play. Indeed, there's Heat. We can make this work. I'll keep. I'll pass. Opponent kept 7. Wooded Foothills. Fetch 19. Blood Grip Shock 17 for Faithless Looting. Burning Inquiry. That's a bit annoying, but it actually worked out in my favor. Hollow One. 2 types short of Heat. Is there a world where I'm debating whether or not there's a world where Oh, there's 2 Phoenix in yard. Jesus. Debating whether or not there's a world where I temple and cycle the K command for the Heat on the follow-up. The problem that I see here is they use Phoenix in yard. I think they're short 1 for the first Phoenix. Yes, they're short 1. I'm gonna play the Temple, and we'll make a decision based on what we see next turn. Land. Fetch 16. Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf is fine. We'll take 4 down to 16. So we could very well Mako. We could very well cycle the K command, but I think instead I'm going to exile the Nethergoyf and maybe the Phoenix in Yard. We'll draw. 2 cards in hand. Because then we can heat the Hollow One. But we'd probably want to wait to heat the Hollow One until after combat. Yes. Just because then they can't play the Phoenix. I wonder if we even should consider the Phoenix. There's a Rumble. So, yes. I'm thinking K command, exile, exile. Oh, wait. Well, I can't kill the Hollow One this turn. I guess I could ramp an exile. They're still short on the Phoenix, is my thought here. Otherwise, we could Rumble, block, take 5. But potentially we take more if they can Phoenix is the only issue. They would have to draw into something, whether it be, let's say, Street Wraith, Faithless Looting, etc. We could play the Rumble, get a blocker, take 5 down to 11, set for the Heat or the K command. We could exile, ramp, and hope. I think that might be the better play. So in that case, we're going to hold. Yeah, we'll hold for a turn. There's a number of different lines here we could take, and I'm not exactly sure which one's the right one. It really depends on what they draw here. Go to combat. Attack. So I'm going to ramp and exile the Nethergoyf. So Goyf down. Pain cost. Bowmaster, that's fine. I don't know why you wouldn't Bowmaster until after resolution, though. So Goyf down, block the Hollow One, mitigate 4, take 1 down to 14. We'll draw. Temple. Temple's interesting here because we can then Bajuka Bog out the Phoenix. I think that might be right. So I'm going to cast Mycospawn. Yep, we're going to cast Mycospawn for Bajuka Bog, yield all. Because we can block the Hollow One. Bajuka Bog out the Phoenix. I guess by that metric, maybe I should have... No, we definitely should have got rid of the Nethergoyf. I didn't want to take more damage than I need to. We'll pass. We have Heat primed for Hollow One. Otherwise, we can always Breaker the Hollow One. Cycle Mako. Trigger Mako. Street Race Cycle. Trigger Mako. Anything else? Bloodstained Mire. Fetch 13. Mountain is a bolt. Yes, we'll take 9 down to 5. We'll draw. Ice Till. So we can Windswept Teeth. Huh. I don't want to shock here if I can help it, though. I'm going to Windswept Teeth fetch for a forest. And I think I Breaker the hollow one. Yes. Breaker, hollow one. This way I can block the Mako and the Bowmaster, but we die to a Bolt. Scouting Tarn, fetch 12. Surveil. Looting. Trigger Mako. Pitch hollow one. Yeah, I was about to say, still don't want to attack here. We'll draw. Utopia Sprawl works out in our favor. I'm thinking we're going to go for red here. So I'm going to start with Rumble. There is, ooh, hello. Cyrus 7 Death, but I think I might want to go Shifting Woodland here. Shifting Woodland. Play Shifting Wood. Cast Rumble number 2. Grab Temple. And heat the Mako. Mako down, we'll pass. Because next turn that means we can attack in with Sire and regain life. Street Race Cycle. And I don't think they can kill us here. Even a Bolt won't do it. Looting Flashback. They would need to deal 4 damage. Hollow one's fine. And we'll draw Talisman. We're going to target Cyrus 7 Death in Yard. Go to combat. Attack with Sire. Down to 3, up to 11. We'll play Temple, cast Talisman, and pass. And pass. Inquiry. Bowmaster triggers. All target me. Yield all. Down to 8. And I don't think it matters here, friend. I'm pretty sure that's GG's. I guess you could play Nethergoyf. Or not? Why wouldn't you play Nethergoyf? Bone scripts it up, we'll take the win. Nethergoyf says that you need to exile any other number of cards graveyard with 4 more card types among them. I mean, yeah, they could have escaped the Nethergoyf for more blockers. Now, do I think it would have mattered in the long run? Probably not. But it would have given them probably another turn at the very least. Regardless, we'll take the win. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. I'll keep this. So we're going to lab, imprint, talisman. We're going to pitch the sprawl and pass. First, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to find the forest off the top. Wooded Foothill, passing, draw, lab. I do not need more labs, please. Please stop giving me those. Imprint, talisman, pass. Excuse me. Wooded Foothill makes me feel like Ruby Storm. Commercial District. Yeah, it feels like Ruby Storm. It is Ruby Storm. I swear I play so much Modern that I can just know what people are playing based on their first fetch. It is kind of bad, honestly. Windswept Teeth pass. We're going to hold represent Cake Man X2, but we likely lose this game one. Game one against Storm is just so bad for us, honestly. It is pretty bad. Impulse Draw, Glimpse, land for turn, fetch 18, Mountain, 6 mana, Ral, 2 cards in hand, and the Glimpse. So Glimpse now cost 1. I wish I had the Cake Man to deal with the Ral, but I don't. Glimpse finds Piff. Yeah, we're just going to concede here. We're good. Let's not belabor the point there. That was not looking good. Alright, K return out. Ice still out. 6 out. Gemstone, Ghost Quarter, and run it back. Yeah. Ruby Storm is one of those matchups where it's not positive, but it's not like horribly negative. But our game 1 against it's probably just god awful, I'd imagine. Our game 2-3 is much better. Game 2 on the like it very much also comes down to play draw in game 1, I'd say. If I can accelerate early in game 1, then maybe we have a chance, but it's just very hard for me to interact with them long term without them stumbling. Imagine Punt will bring in some artifact hate. No, we can't make this work. If I was on the draw, then maybe, but on the play now. We mulligan. Jailer's a yes. We keep. So fetch Surveil, land Jailer. We keep the Cake Man for sure. I'm thinking dump Ugin. And pass. And pause on end step. Surveil. Ren's Resolve to yard. Fetch. Surveil. Forest. I don't think that's necessary right now. Might not be a bad idea, though. No, put the grave. We'll draw. Emrakul. Jailer. Pass. And pass. Because we can dig too deep off the K command. So no impulse draws for you. Down to 19. Mountain and Ral. We can exile the Ral. Flute. So go Stomping Ground, Shock, and Ramp Exile. And done. And pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 short Emrakul. We have Flute primed. Surveil. Piff to yard. What this? Decides not to cast whatever they're thinking. We'll draw. Devour. 1 short. We hold Flute. Yeah, I kind of wish I held that Forest now, but I guess we would have drawn into the Flute now, but we would have been able to play Sire. Would have been nice. Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa fetch 17. Surveil again. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Okay. Passing. Could name Wear Tear now. But I think we'll hold. End step, draw, shifting. So again, 3, 10, short 3. We'll cast Sire, 7 death to apply some pressure to board. We'll pass. We need to hope that this Jailer sticks on board for long enough. We'll see if it does. No attacks. Go to end step. Pass. No interaction yet. Even if they do destroy the Jailer, we now have shifting, which is relevant. Because we can basically make another Jailer, unless they exile Jailer to, I would say, Prismatic Ending. Morale trigger. And they can't piff from Yard. Brothers at End. So it destroys the Jailer. They have 2 left. Ugh. Oh, there's a problem. I wonder if there was a world where he played the shifting and not the Sire to play around the specific instance. Maybe. There is Wear Tear. Still short on the Piff unless they have a Ritual. 16. Mountain. Piff right now is 4. Impulse Draw, 1 mana left. Medallion Glimpse, both short. Do you have a Ritual? I'd imagine if you did, you would have went for the Piff. There's Dismember. We don't care about that right now, though. Let's go to combat. Attack with Sire. Down to 8. And then on upkeep, we'll Jailer. Yes, because Glimpse is sorcery speed. They can't cast this, and they can't cast Piff at instant speed. End step. Upkeep. Jailer. And pass. But we'll draw a card. Means Medallion Glimpse and Wear Tear stuck in exile. Stomping Ground. You should not shock that unless you can win. Tapped. 2. I'd love a land here so I could dismember the Ral. So unless you can get rid of Jailer, I'm pretty sure we're good for another turn. Paying cost for Wish. Wish can potentially find a solution to Jailer. Down to 7 though, which means now Sire's lethal. So you now have to kill me this turn or you will lose. Yeah, that Ral flip will cost you. You could empty the Warrens. That's a potential option, I suppose. Is this Prismatic Ending? Leaves you with 1 mana, though. Paying cost. Prismatic Ending. Yep. Fails to flip, down to 6. But now I have 1 mana, 1 card in hand, nothing in exile, which means we win. I wonder if opponent forgot about Menace on Sire. We'll draw. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright, let's go to game 3. We'll bring in the Gemstone, trim the Rumble, run it back. Alright, let's see if we can get there in game 3. There's an early Trinisphere. That is fantastic. We have a turn 1 Jailer into a turn 2 Trinisphere. Yes, please. we'll keep. We just need to accelerate into Breaker to keep him off of 3 mana. Fun one's down to 6, that's promising. We'll reveal Devour and pass. Valakut. I will grab Temple, Lab, Imprint, Jailer, pass, and pass. Bloodstain Mire, fetch 19, Surveil, we do have to be wary of Brotherhood End, though. I think we still go with the Trinosphere, Ritual to Yard, and draw, Commercial District. I'll play Temple, Trinosphere, and pass. No attacks. And pass. Do you have a land drop? You do not. We'll draw. Myco Spawn. We could Myco Spawn into Breaker, but I think I'm going to actually just accelerate into the Myco Spawn. Talisman. District Surveil. Forest to Yard. And pass. No attacks. 2, 4, 6, so we can go Myco Kick, Sanctum of Ugin. I think we got this. Oh my god, another Breaker? Even better. The land destruction will continue until morale improves. Commercial District down. Sanctum of Ugin. We pass. Like, we're going to just do quite literally 4 turns of back-to-back-to-back-to-back land destruction. And phone scoops it up. We got the win. Solid. Thank you, Jailer. Thank you, Trinosphere. That is going to be a 4-1 record at the end of 5 for tonight's league. Only loss being to Ruby Storm, but we are able to redeem ourselves with a win to Ruby Storm in match 5. All right. Well, with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failure, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have respawned the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Though, for the remainder of this week, Tuesday through Thursday, I'll be live at 11 p.m. CST. I just have some work stuff that I need to take care of, and unfortunately it will delay stream by just about an hour, so not too big of a difference, but I'll be live at 11 instead of at 10. I'll still be live at 8 p.m. CST on Friday and Saturday, though, however, for the weekend challenges. Of course, if you do want to watch these videos ad-free and early, you can find those over on my Patreon. That being said, though, folks, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!